All right, welcome back to the Ask Lauren Show. This is Lauren from IamThatLady.com, and I'm here to answer your questions about living and enjoying life on a budget. So stay tuned for episode number 4. Welcome back. So Mary wrote in this question, how do you prepare gluten-free food on a budget? So this is actually a pretty easy question for me because I myself eat gluten-free, and I have been eating gluten-free for about 4 years. But I remember the first day that I found out I had to start eating gluten-free for medical reasons, I realized that almost all of the stuff in my pantry was full of gluten, like almost everything. And I came home and I cried, and I took everything out of the pantry that I couldn't eat, and I put it on the counter, and it was like all of our food. So I totally get it if you're just starting off eating gluten-free that it can be very, very overwhelming. But there are ways to save. Some of the ways that I save on gluten-free foods is making sure to not buy a lot of the processed foods that are out there. Typically, the processed foods have higher sugar than, your traditional foods. So let's say there's a regular brownie mix versus a gluten-free brownie mix. The gluten-free brownie mix is going to have a lot more sugar in it than the regular one. So I try and stay away from processed foods. I eat naturally gluten-free a lot. So what that means is a lot of vegetables, fruits, eggs, meat, rice, quinoa, things that are just, naturally gluten-free are things that I really try to focus on. So you can always find sales on chicken. So stock up on chicken when you find a good deal for it. You can always find sales on, produce of the week. Whatever produce is on sale during the week, buy that. So that's one way that we try and keep our budget down as much as we can. Another thing that we do is we don't shop in the gluten-free aisle of the grocery store. Gluten-free foods are found all around the store, and the items that are in the gluten-free section are about double the price. So oftentimes, let's say I'm looking for tortillas because we want to make quesadillas one night, and I'm looking for a gluten-free tortilla. There's many other companies out there that make gluten-free tortillas that are found in the regular tortilla aisle, but then the gluten-free ones cost double the price in the gluten-free aisle. So try and stay away from the gluten-free aisle as much as you can and research the products that are already gluten-free that are in the regular grocery store aisles. Another thing that we do is we focus on shopping at a food co-op. Once a month, we put in an order at a local food co-op, and you can search, your local area. If you just want to type in your city and food co-op following it, I'm sure you can find one in your area. But at this food co-op, we stock up on things like gluten-free soy sauce. We use one called Bragg's. It's not a soy sauce per se, but it is gluten-free and it tastes just like it. It's a liquid aminos, and you can use it just like soy sauce, and it's a lot cheaper. We stock up on our gluten-free pasta. We buy our rice, our quinoa. You can really focus on organic food savings. They have decent prices on pasta and breads. And those kind of foods. So we like to shop at a food co-op because we can really keep our grocery budget down. Another thing you can do, obviously, is to make your own. Instead of going and buying prepackaged cookies, make your own cookies at home, and you can usually save quite a bit of money doing it that way. Another thing that you can think about is changing up the stores that you're shopping in. So, for instance, my local grocery store doesn't have a huge selection of gluten-free items, but if I go down the road to Aldi, or if you have a Trader Joe's near you, they have some very, very good gluten-free products at much more affordable prices. And so I would look around to what other stores are in your area that you might check out a new store. So that's something that you could always do. And finally, shop online. Amazon.com and Vitacost.com will be two of your best friends, actually. Vitacost.com offers really good prices on gluten-free goods. So if you're looking for a gluten-free brownie mix, or if you're looking for, some boxed mixes or spices or those kind of things, Vitacost does a great job doing a great deal, big deals on gluten-free food. Amazon Prime is actually something else that we really use a lot. You can buy gluten-free foods right on Amazon, get them shipped right to your house in 2 days, and even set it up on auto ship so that, let's say you go through this pancake mix, every month, this bag. You can set it up on auto ship. So those are two online resources that we find really helpful to really kind of keep your costs down. So you can always check out IamThatLady.com for my recipes that we have up on there. Almost all of them are gluten-free, and if they're not gluten-free, they're very easily gluten-free adaptable because I have to eat them. And so when we're developing the recipes, we really work very, very hard to keep in mind that people do have issues with gluten, like myself, that I can't eat it. And so it really helps if you plan your meals as well and really focus on meal planning. We do have a few gluten-free meal plans over at IamThatLady.com. Click over there, and on the meal plan tab, you'll see that we have 2 gluten-free meal plans to help you make 20 meals in under $150. So those will definitely help you as well. So I guess that's it for the episode today. If you want to submit a question to be answered on the Ask Lauren show, go over to IamThatLady.com/AskLauren. Submit your question, and hopefully we'll be able to feature it on the show. So have a great day. Bye.